Good afternoon. It is May 6th, 2024, and today we had this measure move up, and then we just went sideways for a while, and then we went further up. And the reason we kept going is because on this larger time frame chart, this is the 6500 tick chart, we were just in this bull channel. And this is a very healthy 45-degree angle. So yeah, I mean, let me take these off. Yeah, just in this bull channel, and we bounced right there, and that's really why we kept going higher. And you can see on the daily chart, if we close bullish today, that will be three fairly bullish bars breaking above the EMA, two legs of correction. So we'll just have to see what happens next. Anyway, let's take a look at these trades. So early on, we're in this, we had this bear move down. So let's see what time this happened. So about 4 a.m. is when we broke above the overnight highs. And, you know, you always want to measure this. So this is only 14 points. So we're clearly in breakout mode. And the reason we're in breakout mode, let me move my frame up for a second. If you see at the top of my screen, move that up. The average bar size on the daily chart is 67 points. So if, you know, hold on, let me move this down a little more. If our overnight range is only 14 points, then, you know, we're about a quarter, a little less than a quarter of the average daily bar. So you know you're in breakout mode. And so when this breaks above, look for a measure move up, and that's where we went. And so shortly after market open, we're making higher lows and higher highs, and you get a second entry long. That's a good place to enter. Not a great signal bar, but that's about 7-point target with about 2.5 points of risk. So that's pretty good trader's equation. Then you have a higher low right here. Maybe you consider entering there, but I'd be a little worried about perhaps going into a double top there. And then we just ride this level of resistance at the top of the channel for a while. So personally, I don't like entering on any of that. However, something to keep in mind is that if you look at the high of this bar, when we broke out above that, we tried to close that gap and we did not. So that being the case, maybe you take this second entry long right here. There's another gap. Where's the other gap? Yeah, this gap, the gap over the overnight high. We didn't close that gap really. So there are gaps open. Something to consider, but this was just not, it didn't really have the small pullback bull trend feel. And it didn't really have a super strong bull trend feel. So at least not up here. And that's why you want to keep, you know, one of these charts open, higher time frame, because you're probably not going to buy in here. But even if you did, you would have made money. But we just start going sideways. So I don't like any of this. Come down here, and that is a second entry long on this chart. So definitely going to mark that as at least aggressive. I shouldn't say at least aggressive because it definitely is aggressive, but that's a pretty good buy area to buy. So people scalp out and then just go sideways a little bit before making another leg up. And then it sells off and you get this higher low. I really like that because all the bears think they're getting in on a huge move, but you know, we know better, and that's like, that to me looks like a first time breakout below this low. If not, if the range of low isn't this low, then it'd be here, and that's the first time breakout. So I like that. So that leads to a breakout to the high side, and you get a second entry long right there. And the reason I like this is because I'm looking at this chart and we're due for a breakout. I think that was like around here. And so we bounce and we're making a higher low, and it just looks like we're about to break out of this range. So I like that for that reason. We then make a new high, tries to sell off again, bounces again off the midline. So we get the failed second entry short right here. Again, I was looking for a breakout here, and you get good risk reward because that's why I'm marking it blue. But at this point, you're going for, I had my target a little higher. So I'm going for that measured move. And you can see it goes well past that. So maybe you can see a lot of people took their profits here. So probably more people had their range drawn here. And then you get a second entry long. Maybe you take that. It's right after the trend line breaks. So I'm not too crazy about it. But on this chart, you have a failed second entry short, and that creates this bull micro channel. And so I really like that. And then we just go sideways till now. So that's how I saw it today. I hope everyone had a good day, a good weekend, and I'll be back tomorrow.